Salvete omnes, I hope the day finds you well, no matter where you find yourself. You know, in an alternate reality, I'm currently singing the praises of the newest Magic story, and I'm talking about how excited I am for the upcoming Magic set. And after this video recording is done, I would be hopping onto my copy of Bloodborne 2 for the PlayStation 5. Unfortunately, we live in a piss reality where I can't get anything that I want, and WotC is incapable of doing anything good. If you're curious about what this very quick grumble session's about, I'm going to go ahead and put the card I'm irate about today up on screen. This is Atomic something Advocist. It's an annoying word. I'm not going to read it. And I don't really care about the card or its ability, whatever. It doesn't matter. This is a card being reprinted in the upcoming Ravnica Remastered Super Set, and Wizards of the Coast is going ahead and applying guild watermarks to all the cards from Ravnica being reprinted here that previously didn't have watermarks. Now, if you take a good look at this card, you'll notice that Tomic here has an Azorius watermark, which would be completely innocuous if you had absolutely no comprehension about who Tomic was or what his role in the story was. You see, Tomic is not a member of the Azorius Senate, nor would he ever be, I think. And there's a lot to him, but I'm going to be very brief with the big issue. He's a member of the Orzhov, not the Azorius, and him having an Azorius guild symbol on the card tells me one thing and one thing only. Wizards of the Coast simply does not give a flying fuck about the story, about the characters, or about any kind of consistency between the lore, the cards, and individual sets. It's just a complete lack of care. There's really no low to which I do not believe WotC can go. I have, in the past, and I maintain it to this day, stated that my expectations for Wizards of the Coast's story team is monumentally low, just incomprehensibly to the ground. The bar is below the dirt. And here we are, with WotC just continuing to impress me with their incompetence, because, Tomic's not an important character. He's extremely minor. He shows up in a handful of sentences in the entire story, but he is a rather interesting character. I mean, he's Ral Zarek's boyfriend, and it's a little bit of inter-guild romance going on there. Not the kind of thing you'd expect to see on Ravnica, where guild rivalries are kind of a big deal. And after the events of War of the Spark, which may or may not be canon now, because obviously, Tomic was made the interim pseudo-guild master whenever Kaya kind of isn't present. And it's just all sorts of nonsense for them to just see this character. Again, he's not a major character, but he is still a character with more story behind him than the average legendary creature these days. And they just throw out the big part of his story. You know, which guild he is from. I get the feeling that somebody looked at this card and went, he's an Advocist. That means he must be in the Azorius. And they just called it a day there. It's nuts. It's just really disappointing, and I wanted to get on here quick and grumble about that. You know, there's a whole slew of things I could be grumbling about in the Magic sphere. You know, currently, sealed products are experiencing a death spiral as less stores buy product, which results in more product ending up on the floor of these distributors, which results in these products ending up on the Amazon dumps, which results in less stores buying products, and the cycle continues. But here I am choosing to be upset about the lore again, because Wizards of the Coast just consistently is determined to go, we don't give three fucks about the lore. And, you know, when Wizards of the Coast, when the company doing this doesn't care, why should we? Why should the players and the Vorthos fans give a fuck about modern Magic lore? You know, there are a lot of books for, the last 30 years of Magic's story. There's a lot of books, and a lot of them are, not the greatest. They're not the pinnacle of fiction, but they're good. They're enjoyable. The characters in them are fun and nice to see and read about and hang around with. And here we are in year of our Lord 2023, and there's not a single shred of evidence that Wansy has any care towards the story or what they've built up. Yeah, I could talk about Ixalan. I'm not going to talk about Ixalan. I'm absolutely disappointed with what Wansy's doing there, but there's so much wrong with Wansy's storytelling team, and it's indicative of the problems at Wansy itself, because it's not just the story. There's a lot of problems with Magic the Gathering right now. Standard's a fucking joke. Commander is the only thing they care about. Every product they release is a dumpster fire. It's nuts to think about. But yet here I am, grumbling about the wrong guild symbol on a card. I just really wanted to get that off my chest, guys. Thank you so much for listening in to my very quick, absolutely nonsensical rant. I hope you have a good day, and you know what? Yeah, I do want Bloodborne 2. Alliance of P isn't enough. Give me Bloodborne 2!